America first loves our people. America last loves big government. We break through the noise in today's preamble. Here's Chuck Schumer tweeting out his focus. An unelected shadow government is conducting a hostile takeover of the federal government. DOGE is not a real government agency. DOGE has no authority to make spending decisions. DOGE has no authority to shut programs down or to ignore federal laws. DOGE's conduct cannot be allowed to stand, end quote. First, Elon Musk is performing an audit of the federal government. He's reporting his findings back to the White House, where the president will choose the appropriate actions. There's nothing wrong, unconstitutional, or illegal about it. But did you notice all Chuck could talk about was government, government, government? That's all these leftists care about.
What's happening right now is a hostile takeover of the U.S. government. There's no other way to describe it. It's happening clearly across our justice system, where just a few hours ago, a deadline passed for FBI employees to fill out a questionnaire detailing their involvement in January 6 cases. In other words, they were asked to fill out basically a loyalty test.
Right. Are you loyal to the law and the Constitution, or are you loyal to Democrats? You see, you can't be loyal to both, as the Democrat Party has arrayed themselves as the antithesis of the rule of law and the founding document. President Trump has his sights set on all government abuse and corruption. One of the most prolific and costly abusers is the den of vipers at the so-called Department of Education. To rein in another rogue agency, Trump has hired Linda McMahon.
I want her to put herself out of a job, education department. So we're ranked number 40 out of 40 schools, right? We're ranked number 1 in cost per pupil. So we spend more per pupil than any other country in the world. And we're ranked at the bottom of the list. We're ranked very badly. And what I want to do is let the states run schools. I believe strongly in school choice. But in addition to that, I want the states to run schools. And I want Linda to put herself out of a job.
The president is right. Since Jimmy Carter created the Department of Education in 1979 as a political payoff with your money to the teachers' unions, America's education system has been in the sewer. Our nation taxes us the most and spends the most per pupil on GovEd, and that gets us last in the academic rankings of the industrialized nations, or close to last, depending on which metrics you're measuring. Why? Because the GovEd system is infected with leftists. When I asked this audience if America should abandon this loser GovEd system by kicking the feds out, an overwhelming number of you said yes. You love your kids, you love your grandkids, and this nation's children more than you love another corrupt, Democrat-infested, bloated, and failing government agency. Now, a few of you wanted to keep a smaller GovEd department in place. Tracy wrote to me, and here's what the note said in part, quote, I have been a special education teacher for 27 years, and I have a lot to say about the issue. I'm fine with giving control back to the states, except for the Department of Special Education for our children with disabilities. I taught in a blue state of California and know all too well that the federal money given to the state was pocketed by administrators for everything except our students. I think that the U.S. Department of Education under Linda McMahon should continue to manage and control how the federal funds are distributed and make administrators accountable so that the special needs students can once again benefit and progress, end quote. Now, Tracy, you may be right that as long as Linda McMahon runs a smaller department of GovEd, money might be spent wisely. But what happens in the next Democrat regime? You know, it reminds me of how we conservatives supported the Patriot Act. It may have been good in the hands of George W. Bush, though the jury's still out on that one. But look at what Obama did with it. It's the Salcedo Show axiom number 6, folks. It's best not to give government more power, lest it be abused. Because history proves me right. I know that government programs started with the best of intentions will always be used to harm our people by charlatans in big government. Just look at USAID. Look at what Democrats in government did with their war on women. President Trump stopped the Democrats' abuse of women yesterday.
But Marco is going to make clear to the International Olympic Committees there, and he's going to make it as clear as anybody can make it, that America categorically rejects transgender lunacy. We want them to change everything having to do with the Olympics and having to do with this absolutely ridiculous subject that we even have to talk about this subject. If you went back 10 years or 15 years and you would move forward and listen to this, you'd say, what the hell are they talking about? This is impossible. But you have people out there, Democrats, that are still totally in favor. They can't win the argument. They can't win a debate. They look like fools, and they continue to go on.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the Democrats' war on women is being undertaken by fools, as the president said. Nancy Mace, speaking to some of these left-wingers about their conduct at USAID.
Today, I'm going to expose some of the initiatives USAID has funded over the years and ask each of you a yes or no question. If you believe these expenditures of American taxpayer dollars put America first, so it'll be yes or no. USAID awarded $2 million to strengthen trans-led organizations to deliver gender-affirming health care in Guatemala. So to each of you this morning, does this advance the interests of American citizens paying for trannies in Guatemala to the tune of $2 million? Yes or no? Governor?
No. I have no position.
Of course you don't.
And unable to defend such an absurd priority for taxpayers' money in order to protect their deep state slush fund, leftists on the committee attacked the Congresswoman's language as not being politically correct.
The gentlelady has used a phrase that is considered a slur in the LGBTQ community and the transgender community. And let me please finish without interruption. And
Tranny. I don't really care. You want penises in women's bathrooms, and I'm not going to have it.
Okay.
No, thank you.
It's
disgusting.
Let the gentleman state his parliamentary inquiry.
to me, a slur is a slur.
A slur according to whom? Some AstroTurf aggrieved leftist who wants to change the subject? Bravo, Nancy Mace. My friends, the demand of Democrats that we use their language is the same mindset that says we must refer to illegal aliens as migrants. Why? Because Democrats don't want to solve the problem that precise language identifies. This is the same reason why I, your liberty-loving Latino, do not say DEI. Left-wing kooks tell me I have to say it that way. But why? Is there a law that says I have to say diversity, inclusion, equity in a specific order? No. The left-wingers simply don't want me to saying DIE, die, because that effectively and succinctly tells our people all we need to know about this racist, cultural, Marxist ideology. But you and your kids, you've been instructed to listen to whatever leftists tell you. And so many of you, even on the conservative right, still sending me emails wanting to know, Chris, why don't you say it the Democrats' way? Well, I'll tell you why. Because I am an adjunct professor of the Limbaugh Institute for Advanced Conservative Studies. And I have learned my lessons well from El Rushbo. I never accept the premises of left-wing extremists.
Because I'm wearing these ribbons, I care more than any of you about anything. And these ribbons say so. I want you people sitting at home and you people in the audience, look down at your lapel right now. I want you to do this. Put the camera back on me. Do this. When you look down, what do you see? You don't see anything because you're not wearing any ribbons. It means you're a bigot. It means you're a racist. It means you're a sexist. It means you're a homophobe. It probably means you're a white guy. It probably means you're a European. And you alone are responsible for all the ills of America. But I'm not, because I'm wearing these ribbons. I care more than you.
Miss him every day. Rush was so far ahead of his time, he cut through all the left's virtue signaling and called out the destructive actions that all of their political correctness is designed to hide. And that leads me back to the rudderless, lawless, and anti-American Democrats. Not even CNN is taking them seriously anymore.
Democrats agree that Musk is a problem, but listen to them today, and they have a piñata in search of a stick.
To our Republican colleagues, if you do not see the light, we will bring the fire. Resist!
We are going to be in your face. We are going to be on your asses.
We have days to stop the destruction of our democracy. We have work to do. Tell Elon Musk to take his hands off your money. We don't pledge allegiance to the creepy 22-year-olds working for Elon Musk. We pledge allegiance to the United States of America.
And goddamn it, shut down the Senate. We are
We will win. We will win. We will win. We won't rest. We won't rest.
Gretchen.
Yes,
So,
the Democrats need a real leader, okay? They need a real leader, which currently does not exist.
And the leftists over at CNN are not the only ones leaving the Democrats' plantation. Here's a self-identified former Democrat on X.
The Democratic Party have lied to us about everything. They've lied about being the party of the middle class. They've lied about being the party of peace. They've lied about being the party that wants to help poor people. Okay? What the last several weeks have proven to us all is that this is a cadre of criminals and losers and spoiled children of affluent parents who were more concerned about looking good than actually doing good.
What he said. The bad actors in media, in Congress, and in unelected positions in government are afraid. Not because President Trump and Elon Musk are going to do to them what they did to President Trump, weaponize government against them. Leftists in government are afraid of their gravy train tracks running out. They are afraid that their corrupt and anti-American conduct for the last 16 years will be revealed, and they are afraid they will be held accountable for their crimes. The legacy of the America First coalition from both parties will be a very simple one after all. They will be responsible for restoring a government of, by, and for our people. And that has the America Last coalition from both parties seething. You know, folks, I thank God for my wonderful wife, my kids, my country, the greatest nation ever. And Americans like you who believe in the truth, the Chris Salcedo Show will never stop fighting for you.
The Chris Salcedo Show, for the news you need to know.